People ask all the time um, why why you have a girlfriend if you're already married, or why you got married if you're going to have a girlfriend. And for me, it was always it was never necessarily that I had to go and find a girlfriend or do anything like that. I just decided to have a girlfriend because I met somebody that um, initially I was attracted to and fell in love with. And I've had girlfriends probably all throughout my marriage, um, to the point where it's more commonplace than it is unusual, at least for us. And so the interesting prospect all the time is when I meet somebody and there's a mutual attraction, um, they always wonder how they're going to be the third person, and it it has yet to materialize for a long-term relationship. But I've had some that have come in that have been really serious, um, and then just not ultimately decided that it could work for them. They wanted their own marriage and their own thing. And so um, different than swingers, and we've done a lot of swinging in the past, but um, swingers are all about or not relationships. They're all about sexual relationships, and so they have a difficult time understanding how you can have a literal relationship with feelings and with love, because they think that threatens what they call the primary relationship. And I just think experience has told me that sex is ultimately not very sex really isn't memorable unless it's with somebody that you love. And not that it's not great and it's not fun, but um, you know you develop connections and you develop feelings for somebody if you connect them on that level anyway. And so to continue in that vein, just doing something for the physical gratification, and that's your sole goal, but you're also confined by that, really is not the freedom that people think it is. And so um, I just, the way that I can define and understand the way that we live, and the way that I feel about things, is that I just understand how to love more than one person. And it makes all the sense in the world once you open your mind to that, or you've been exposed to that, because it's just like family members or your kids. You don't just love one child, you love all of your children.
You don't just love the first one and the second one a little bit less.
And so there's not a primary child, and there shouldn't be a favorite or anything like that. And so I don't think people really understand that same ideology can apply to an intimate relationship. And so while they aren't exclusive or monogamous relationships, they're still committed relationships. And that's one of the things that I just don't think people wrap their head around. So I get asked questions all the time from people, and the moment that I know their judgment is going to go south is when they make the statement, oh, if it works for you, I'm not judging you, but hey, it won't work for me, I couldn't do that. When I never asked for them to consider that. I mean, I just answer people's questions. And and on top of that, because you live this way, people wonder what else is weird or what else is unusual about how you live. And just because they're strippers doesn't mean that they live the stripper lifestyle 24 hours a day or anything else. In fact, they're business people when they're at work, so they make a lot of money. And none of us drink alcohol, smoke cigarettes, take any drugs, never have. We don't go to the casinos and gamble. It's not because it's not because we don't know a ton of people that do all that stuff, and we've never been exposed to it. We're around it all the time, and we're in the nightclub business. So for us, we just see those things as detrimental for us and unnecessary for us. So that's really how I view it. Would you say the same?
Yes, yeah. And they're better choices for a fulfilling life, and to us, it's good people in your life, and relationships that add to what you already have.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, what's different about us as well is that they're allowed to date just like I am. So if they met somebody and they were attracted and they wanted to go out on a date, or they wanted to get to know that person and eventually form a relationship, I have faith that they wouldn't date a jerk. And I'm the same way. I don't want to date a bad person. I don't want to date anybody or become involved with anybody that wouldn't be okay with who I am, with how I live, and who I'm with. I wouldn't want to be involved with anybody that wouldn't like them as people or wouldn't be able to get along, because ultimately, why would you want to bring somebody into your life that couldn't be a part of your family? And so as it comes to family, where it's going to go is you're going to have children, you're going to have an extended family, and it just is the most amazing thing in the world, considering how many people are divorced. People just get divorced now rather than try, and I don't understand how you can do that. And so it's not to say we haven't had our ups and our downs or trials and tribulations, but that's what defines the substance of any relationship, is your ability to truly commit. So when you say you're committed, that means, just like, some of the vows say, through thick and thin and rich and poor and whatever the case may be, sickness and in health and everything else, you don't just leave when it becomes difficult, or when you become more unconventional. You don't just leave and do that. So that's how I would summarize, our relationship.
And also an unconditional love, because you look at that, when people can say that I can have that with my child, something can happen that is deemed bad or something in that vein, and someone says, no matter what, I still love my child, I still love this person. That's how we see each other. I still love my spouse, I still love her. It's unconditional because we've committed to love, and you love them for who they are, and whatever things you got to work through, it only makes your relationship stronger, and it only makes you, for me, really more grateful to know what I have, and what it's done, that it's there for me no matter what. And I can have fun, I can be who I want to be, I can have other relationships, and it will never hurt what I know I have, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. You?
I agree.
That's it?